Hi, I'm really excited to be here. So all the poems I'm going to read are unpublished, as is actually the vast majority of my anything. I've arranged them into like 3 thematic arcs, and so what I'm going to do is introduce each arc and then kind of pause and give the title of each poem before I read it, because I don't want to stop and talk before every single poem. Okay, so the first arc I'm calling In His Own Image. I guess it focuses on what I refer to as existential horror, among other things, and is, I will warn, suffused with a lot of my reactions to some disturbingly bad theology I encountered several years ago. So, here we go. In the beginning. In the beginning, an eye opened in the darkness, and the form of a protracted terror was cast upon a skein of blood. A god has cursed me with this sight. Our pulse is a frenzy that beats towards death, our eyes lost creatures, blinking still into the night. Terror. The sun is made of a dragonfly that opens its great mouth. The sun is made of a dragonfly that opens its great mouth. The sun is made of a dragon. The sun is made. Each day we chase out matter from his lair, and terror follows blindly through the course, careening over barren land. When rain falls, strange trees will grow. Their fruits we offer to the dragonfly, that it devour not the earth. In wrath, it shall not be propitiated so soon. When rain falls, we suffer and are cleansed. Some say for this, and not the fruits, we are spared from that awakening, the opening of that monster's eye, which would reclaim from black our stolen hearts. The sun is made of a dragonfly that opens its great mouth to swallow all the world. We starve here for no reason. Hush, then, and I will take you where he shall not find us hungering, between the rotten apple and the thorn. Another whisper is made, and the branches part. Do not look back once I have spoke the torch. This land was never not forsaken, and his rule was only brought to further scorch. Heresy. Heresy. Okay, sorry about this microphone. The green one whispers, "We are going to be judged. Have you heard that the sunflower is a sign of the apocalypse? Young sunflowers follow the sun. Will they too be judged? And by night they unbend. But others cannot look upon their star so freely. A sense peeled back to seek its scarcity and shade is christened with blindness by the face unmasked. That glare, direct, is not made friendly to us. Does truth mean that? We like the darkness because we are made for discerning shadows. O eye that worships the sun, do not look directly on your star. Do not lead me out then from the cave, and do not seek your God too far. Young sunflowers follow the sun, their diurnal turn more apt than any breach to speak eternity. A wind falls silent on the evening grass. Tell me, teacher, what voice was that? So that's that arc. The second arc I'm calling Chaotix, and they're some of my, I guess, most enthusiastic and enchanted poems. I have fun with them. Edges. And I know that there are razors in your hair, that you are small and imperfect and rust to the touch, that you bite like iron, that you cut as you cut. But I have picked darkness in the heat-sick day. I, too, am made of edges, and I am not afraid of thorns. The Little Idolater. If you want to learn something new, be stupid and inquiring. Doubt everything, and trust it with your life. I cannot round to a point the frenzy that hums in sympathy with this form. When was the discovery made that we are dust already and there is no return? The profound becomes a platitude. Show me the difference between what is made and what is made, between a thought and its sensation, between the dust and its star. reveal to me the horror of your intellect. I will take idols unabashedly. I will hound them with my envy and kill them for my dreams. Pull the string. The sky's not just for birds anymore. We'll tear it to pieces, you and I. Let me show you how all is ragged as me. Let me show you the secret string, how if you pull it, everything flies. Dislocate any object from its earth, light a fire in the socket and kick it into space. Appended, anything floats. But let's be honest. We didn't need a spaceship to tell us that. We've known about the floating for as long as we can know to prove. Divorced from the security of evidence, surely we felt even the terror in metaphor, a slight to cover slight, how the same arts we're sown with might unravel us back, and how it isn't just nature we'd return to when we had done. There is no more partitioning what is from what is wrought. We are sorcerers with a double edge, to make or make an order stitched with its own undoing, a chaos belied by a potency all its own. Spells that might uncoil, but cannot be uncast. We are our own God, sundered, and if you pull it, everything flies. Devour. I do not want to touch you. I want to infiltrate your nervous system and paint you a seizure the color of sunset quenched through a draught of moonless night. I want to peel the parchments from your eyes. I want to be the spider in your blood, the hand behind the dancing of your pulse, the trembling in the lattice of your veins. I want to grow your skeleton like a crystal in a jar and observe each new mutation of your alien being with a science more incisive and more deft than fingertips. Okay, and now for my last arc, this one, for lack of anything better to come up with, I'm jokingly calling Your Ghost is in Another Machine. So this one has to do with, I guess, negotiating limitations, and it treats of the relationship between immediate lived reality and like fiction, dreams, imagination, art, etc., which is a big deal for me in most everything I write. Okay, so here it goes. In verse. And who has not been wont to cough beside a stolen lantern, as did the scholar, bending eye towards that invisible draught, now caught between the rustling of parchments or ensconced in the geometer's encasement, that close portal made of cobwebs and of mind. Two craftsmen have lain together in the dark, each one a vessel to the other's design. Each one's destruction is the other's art. Tell me, then, which ghost is mine? The prison. There are prisons that I cannot break. A dream, atom for atom and rock for rock of worlds without, is no answer to the promise and no solace to the hunger it has wrought. Therefore, since I cannot fight fire with parchment, I renounce this inky sword and think no more with words that are not mine on worlds that cannot be. An intuition echoes through the dark of blood, where small frenzied organs run their course, alien to my cause. There, in the hollow of this form, an invisible question wells. I am searching for the name of the ghost behind the portraits I have made in search of it. I reach blindly for an alchemy with metal, brush, and bone. I have sacrificed for insight and caused the earth to bleed out violent hue into a mold of clay. This body I thrust forth into existence with hands that are only mine. Thus will I build my spire up to the heavens and forge the immaterial, step by inglorious step. In the end, I have constructed a mirror through which no hand may pass. In wonder I approach my creation, confounded thrilled, appalled. With one motion, the mystery is vanquished. This is not the kind of mirror that I want. A reflection, face for face and stone for stone, of my own confine is no answer to the promise and no justice to the dream that it has sown. There are prisons that I cannot break. By mirror, by wing. Once, I swore that I would find a way to fly, and you, a mirror that we may pass. Now look at us, running in circles like we don't belong. Two angels with skins of shattered masks. We bleed scales for eyes, our paper words too frail, too dry. The reeling is beyond me. Don't break my fall. Let me say I wanted it this way. Tell me it was my fault, so I can fix it. We live in the ruins of our attempt, your mirror cracked, the shards, my wings of glass, and fly the course that follows. I know for sure now. I will take you with me on this path. We cut as we cut. Where'd it go? Where'd my last page go? Oh well, let's see if I remember this poem. I have one more poem. It's called Threshold. All the world shall pass, but your word alone remains. Disproportionate to your desire, time merely closes all its ends. A well extends into a flurry of whispers. To them, you say no. There is another world. A chime sounds in the distance, and all memory is contained in it. Quick, quick, yell the children, before the window and the gate. The branches have shivered and the garden has smiled. I do believe in fairies, I do, I do. A wren shall sound the knell, all memory contained within. A second chime to end the spell erases what has been. You close your eyes and reach into the wind. Your hand joins upon a single element. All else is a fury and a madness. Thank you.